What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Misplayed Magic, where I like to draft with a challenge. Today's challenge is we're going to be doing some one-of-a-kind drafting, meaning in our final deck, we can have no duplicate cards. Everything must be a one-of. Let's jump into it, see if we can't build a decent-looking deck today. All right, jumping into this first pack. You know, Thrumming Hive Pool is fun. It's fun. It's a little bit slow. I think it's a little bit better in sealed than in draft, but it can be really, really solid. I will say if we're doing the one-of-a-kind challenge, us drafting rares is probably going to make some sense. So I'm going to go with a Thrumming Hive Pool here. I think the Monoist Circuit Feeder is also really strong. I like that card a lot. Monoist, you know, I'm a huge fan of. Couple Potions also pretty good. So I'm kind of between those cards, really the Circuit Feeder or the Hive Pool. We're going to take the Thrumming Hive Pool. I'm going to try and make it work. Jumping into this next pack. Lysol Inquisitor is okay. I do like the Banishing Light a lot. What do we want to pair a Thrumming Hive Pool with? There's a couple of blue cards I like. I like the Desculpting Blast, and I like the Tractor Beam quite a bit as a fun sort of removal effect, and maybe you can steal something good from your opponent. I think I'm going to go with one of those. The white cards are good. The Banishing Light's solid, but we'll probably see another one of those. I do like the Zealot as well, but I'm between either of the two sort of interactive blue spells. I think the Hive Pool wants to be in a somewhat blue artifact deck. I'm going to go with the Tractor Beam. I think that card is fun. We're going to try it out. Continuing through to our next selection now, and don't love Emergency Eject. The Micro Sizer is not good. Color and Jammer are okay. It's actually probably just an Orbital Plunge. I don't think we're going to be doing the weapons manufacturing thing, so I'm going to go with an Orbital Plunge here. I think that card is solid. Continuing through to our next selection. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. How much do I like our Tractor Beam? Do I want to pick a Self-Craft Mechan? I think that's fine. I think this card is pretty solid if blue does end up being open. I don't love Scour for Scrap. The Ace is okay. Diplomatic Relations is good. Memorial Team Leader is good. Yeah, I think we go with the Self-Craft Mechan. Continuing through to our next selection, I do think the Terrapact Intimidator is really strong. So maybe we are going to draft some sort of is-it-looking deck here. I think this card is really nice. I do like the Nebula Dragon as well, but I love the Terrapact Intimidator. I think that card is some really, really good value. Moving on now into our sixth pick. Now I do think we'll take a Cerebral Download. I think we're going to try and play a sort of control-y game of Magic here. Hopefully blue is open and we can make that happen. Yeah, I think Cryo Shatter is really, really strong. Plasma Bolt's also pretty good. Other cards are not that great here, so very excited to pick up a Cryo Shatter. I think blue is at least somewhat open for us. I am now just going to take the Illvoy Operative. I don't know that red's going to be our second color. I'm not entirely sure, but I like the start we have. I think we have a lot of good blue cards, and hopefully that Thrumming Hive Pool will be able to do some work here today. Okay, moving into this next pick. I do like the Monoist a lot. I think people do like the Monoist. I think we might try to move into a Dimir control deck. Yep, Umbral Zealot is really strong. If we wheel the weapons manufacturing, I would think about it. I don't remember what pick that was, but the Umbral Zealot is a really good way to sacrifice the weapon manufacturing tokens. Here, I do think we'll take, I guess we can't pick another Illvoy Operative. The Micro Sizer is bad, so we'll take a Scattermaw, but I don't think that's going to make its way into our final deck. I'm totally fine here picking a Command Bridge, and we've got 0 duplicates so far in this first pack, which is really nice. Here, we'll take a Nanoform Sentinel. I think that card is okay. It's good for stationing spacecrafts. Continuing through now into our pack 2. Pick 1. A Cellular Reclaimer is fun, but I love me a Code Cracker Hound. I love this card. I think it's really, really solid. It allows us to draw some cards, kind of get through our deck. I'm pretty excited to pick this up. I think that does a good job of sliding into our 3-drop spot. I think that is better than some of the other cards we have here. So I'm really excited to get that. Gravkill, I hope we get at least one of these. I think that'd be really solid. The Whale is okay as well if we're doing sort of a Dimir control deck, but very excited for a Code Cracker Hound here. Continuing through to our pack 2, pick 2, we've got some choices. The Requiem Monolith is interesting. Oh, do we take it? I'm yet to play with this card. I think it's fine. It's like a C level card, C level rare, but I'm intrigued by it. It's either that I like the Void Forge Titan, probably more than I should, to be honest. So I think I am just going to go with the Requiem Monolith. I think that's the exact sort of card drawing effect we want. And I think blue-black control is exactly where we're going to be today. Continuing now to this next selection, I do think Singularity Rupture is really good. It is 6 mana, which is a lot. But I think we want it. I think it's really a solid effect. It's either that or the Ill-Void Infiltrator. I don't know how much double spelling we're actually going to be doing. I'm just going to go with the Singularity Rupture. I'm yet to play with this card too, so a lot of cards I'm sort of playing with on the channel for the first time. Very excited to try and make that work. Continuing through now to our 4th selection, and the Siriema is really strong. But I don't think we're going to be wanting to splash for a double white card. I do like the Hilderblade a decent amount. I also do like the Perigee Beckoner. Totally fine here. I don't love the Cryologist or the Comet Crawler, both of which are okay. I'm going to go with the Beckoner. I think we need a little bit more of a top end as it currently stands. And wow, we pull a Tragic Trajectory, which is great. We are right in the lane we're supposed to be in. Mechanozoa is not bad. Shieldmate's okay. Stormcolor is not great. But Tragic Trajectory, welcome to the deck. That card is awesome. We've got a ton of good interactive removal effects. Very, very excited with how this is currently going. Moving on to our next selection. I don't really want to scratch for Eternity. I'm going to take another removal effect in a Depressurize. We have 7 creatures, 8 non-creatures. We have a ton of spells, but we have a Thorming Hive Pool at the end of our curve. I'm just hoping we can draw cards and get there eventually. Whoa. Gigastorm Titan is really strong as well. Very, very excited to be picking that up. We couldn't have taken another Depressurize, so that was sort of a no-brainer. Now I do think we'll take a Hull Carver. It's good at just stalling the board out. I don't like the Cryologist. I don't like the Dark Endurance. The Thaumaton Torpedo is okay. We have so many solid removal effects. I think we just need some cheap creatures. Now I'm very excited to pick up a Starbreach Whale. I think that card is super serviceable. Something to do on 2 and on 5. Now it's either a Lost in Space or a Mechan Shield Mate. I think it's probably a Lost in Space. I think that card is good. I'm excited to have one of those in our deck, I think. Here, we can't take another Ill-Void Operative, sadly. I will say we are a little bit short on 2-drop creatures. We've got the Ill-Void Operative and the Umbral Collar Zealot. We can also play a Starbreach Whale there, but I do want to pick up a couple more 2-drop creatures just so our curve isn't so outrageous today. Here, we will take a Stormcaller, but I don't think we're going to end up playing that card. And jumping into our pack 3, pick 1. I do love the Monoist Circuit Feeder. I think this card is really solid. We'll have some artifacts going. Not a ton, but some. Nova Hellkite is also really strong, but I don't really want to be double splashing. I think the Hellkite's really good, don't get me wrong, but the Monoist is still really, really powerful. So I think we're more than happy just snap picking that up. Continuing through now into our pack 3, pick 2. A Virus Beetle is the exact type of card we want to see. I like it a little bit more than the Caesarean Voidborn just because, like I said, we're a little short on 2-drop creatures. So very excited to be picking up a Virus Beetle. Here we can't take a Tragic Trajectory or a Grav Kill. So it's either a Ulthros Psionicist or a Grav Blade Heavy. I'm going to go with the Psionicist. I think that card's totally fine. I think it's certainly playable. Moving on now into our 4th selection, I'm going to actually take an Ill-Void Lightjammer. We can't take a Lost in Space or an Annul. I don't love the Comet Crawler, so I'm going to go with the Lightjammer here as a artifact and something for us to do with 2 mana. I actually think this spell is totally fine. Continuing through to this next selection, I don't think we want the Power Depot. I don't really want the Comet Crawler. I'm going to take the Miminon. Just because we can't take the Senso, we can't take the Moxide. I think that's the right call for us here. We might splash some, but I don't think we're going to. Now I am going to take a Divert Disaster. I've been kind of waiting to see that card. Solid counterspell, and one that we probably will end up running here. I think if we're going full control, we want to take an Unravel as well. I think that card is totally playable, totally passable. We can't take another Graph Pack Monoist, which stinks. Kaleidoscope Technician's not great. I'm going to pick it here, but I don't think it's going to make its way into our final deck. Probably is a cut here. Here we'll take a Temporal Intervention just because we might be able to play it, but I don't think that's making its way into our final deck. Mental Modulation is not really it. The Heavy is okay, but we have a lot of cards that I like more than that. We could play an annul, but I don't think we're going to. Okay, so here is the deck we're going to be rocking with today. As you'll notice, it is all one of a kind, no duplicates in the final deck. That challenge barely even hurt us today, though. I will say it was not bad. I think this deck looks really fun. I'm hopeful we can jump in and get some wins here today. And remember, I'm doing giveaways based on how I draft. If I do horribly and get 0 wins, I'm giving away a collector booster pack all the way down to if I get 7 wins and crush it. I'm giving away a draft to one of you. All you have to do to claim this is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below on how you think I did. Let's go ahead and jump into this first one and see how this deck does. Okay, hopping into this first one, our opponent goes first. I like this hand quite a bit. We've got the Hull Carver into a Divert Disaster. Starbreach Whale also getting a Surveil is not so bad, so I like what we've got to start here. I do think we're just going to start by playing out that Hull Carver. A 1/1 with Death Touch is totally passable. And then next turn, I think we're going to probably just hold up our Divert Disaster. Crumb Companion is not bad. And we're just going to try and counter their... I don't really think we want to attack. I think we're fine trading. We're going to try and counter their 3-drop here if they have one. And then next one we can play our Requiem Monolith. They have nothing for us. Okay. I still think we try and play the Requiem Monolith. Do we want to trade with our Chrome Companion? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to play the Requiem Monolith and hope they don't counter it. Okay, they did not. And I'm not going to do 1 damage. I guess we could attack here, and then we can potentially draw a card if they want to trade. Okay, we won't. I don't want to kill our Hull Carver in the pursuit of drawing a card, because next turn we can do the Starbreach Whale. We can warp that in, and then we can draw a card that way. And now what I'm going to do is we're going to try and warp in a Starbreached Whale. Hopefully it doesn't get countered. But if it does, we can counter the counter. We're going to Surveil 2 here, which is solid. I do think we probably... I think we probably actually want the island first, so we can cast our Cerebral Download. So I'm going to do it like this. And then I'm not going to attack. And we are going to hit our Starbreach Whale here. Bombard is good. I think we just counter that. Hit me with the oops. And then we will draw a card. So next turn we can play our island and we can play a Cerebral Download where we get to draw, we just Surveil 2, which is strong. And I think we're fine blocking here. Now, I do think I'm actually just going to play the Starbreach Whale first. And we're going to do the same thing. I do not really want any lands. And we are going to deal a point of damage to our Starbreach Whale and draw another card, which is awesome. Ultra Psionicist is really strong, so we can play that for 3 next turn and then discount one of our other spells. I guess we did make our Cerebral Download worse by trading, but I think that was good for us. Starfield Vocalist is not bad. It's tricky. I think we probably go Psionicist into drawing a bunch of cards. So I'm going to start by attacking with our Starbreach Whale. And then we are going to go Psionicist into Cerebral Download, which is really nice. I do not want a Command Bridge. And then we will draw 3 cards, which feels a bit preposterous. And then I'm going to deal a point of damage to our whale and draw another card. We'll have to be careful to not deck ourselves. But we have a lot of action in our hand, which I feel good about. We can also Tractor Beam the Starfield Vocalist, which is kind of insane. Virus Beetle is totally fine. What do I like the least here? I think I like our flyers. I like our removal spells. It's probably an Umbral Collar Zealot. We just have so much mana. Oh, we have to do it twice? That is pretty good, actually. Let's get rid of a Self-Craft Mechan, too. They have a Requiem Monolith. So sick. Yeah, so they're going to start drawing some cards as well, which is good. I I do think we're kind of in a race to get rid of the... Oh, we don't want to block. We're fine taking 3. To get rid of their Starfield Vocalist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Tractor Beam that so that we now get the positive effect. And then I'm going to just play a Perigee Beckoner. We're going to give our Star Breach Whale plus 2/+0 twice. And then we're going to attack everywhere. So we'll do 9 points of damage to our opponent here, which feels strong. And then I'm going to do some damage to our Perigee Beckoner. And we will get to draw a card. I feel like we're set up pretty good here. We still got the Tragic Trajectory in hand as well. Territorial Bruntar is solid. They're going to draw a card as well, which is good. Wow, Singulatory Rupture is kind of insane. I think we probably just attack everywhere. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to swing out everywhere. I assume they're going to block one of our things, but we'll still kill it with the Tragic Trajectory here. And we're still getting our opponent down pretty low. And then we will Tragic Trajectory their Territorial Bruntar. We will play a Gigastorm Titan. And then a Graph Pack Monoist. Still somewhat playing around to board clear here, and we will do a point of damage to our Gigastorm Titan. We maybe should have done that pre-combat, just so we can draw more cards, but I do not mind our spot here at all. We still have a board clear too if things get absolutely crazy. They're going to play a Cut Propulsion, which is solid. Into an Orbital Plunge is not bad at all, so maybe we should have played our Illvoy Operative, but we get there in this first one. This deck looks insane. I'm hopeful this can be a potential trophy deck. Let's go ahead and jump into this next one. Okay, our opponent goes first here. This hand is honestly fine. It's not spectacular, but it's okay. So I'm going to play a Swamp first. Depending on if we draw land next turn, we might play the Command Bridge. Oh, that is a fantastic draw. So now we're just going to play out our Umbral Collar Zealot, which is good. I think I'm kind of intrigued to just get the Requiem Monolith online. So I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, they are going to cut Propulsion or Umbral Collar Zealot, which is good. But now we can just start drawing cards every turn, which is not bad unless they have some sort of artifact removal. So I do think I'm going to just play a Self-Craft Mechan. We are not going to be getting rid of our Requiem Monolith, and I am going to do a point of damage there. They might have another removal effect here, but I think us drawing a card here is pretty strong. Next turn we can play a Codecracker Hound and warp a Perigee Beckoner, which is pretty good. So I think I'm gonna probably do that. So let's go Codecracker Hound. I'm gonna warp it so we get even more card draw. We will draw the most cards. Let's take a Virus Beetle. I don't mind that at all. And then let's warp in a Perigee Beckoner and give the Self-Craft Mechan +2/+0. And I'm going to go ahead and preemptively do this, and we will do 1 damage to it, so we get to draw a card. And then if they block, we will get it back. So we got our opponent down to 15. We are drawing really, really well right now. Next turn we can do really any number of things, but we've got a Tractor Beam and Illvoy Lightjammer, which is solid. Command Bridge is still fine. Pain for All is good. It's good. I think I might Tractor Beam that. Yeah, it's a little tricky. We could also go Codecracker Hound into Virus Beetle and attempt to double block. I think I'm actually going to do that. And make them discard a card as well. I do think we want the Tragic Trajectory quite a bit here. And Then we'll go Virus Beetle, and we'll try and double block their Cov Landseeker. They also have all action in their hand, so getting to discard something here is not the worst feeling. And then I'm actually not going to use a Requiem Monolith because I want to try and double block here. If they have to use a removal spell on one of our things, it's also just not that bad. Litho Breaking is really strong, so we're going to take 6 here. Ugh. I don't love that. I am going to go, I think I'm going to warp the Starbreach Whale in for 2. It's going to make our trajectory really solid. I think we're in on both of those. I think we'll do the Cerebral Download first. I don't think this is damage. I might lose right now because we're going to give it -10. I don't think it's damage. Okay, I was right. Thank goodness. And then I do think we'll probably do a point of damage here. We'll draw a card. And then we don't have much else. But I think that turn's fine. We're resetting the board. We still have good action in our hand. I think we played that correctly. Pain for All was about to get absolutely dicey. Now, I do think we'll probably just play the Perigee Beckoner as a really solid blocker for the Germinating Worm because we can play our Ilvoy Light Jammer. I might actually just go Cryo Shatter, though. I think that actually probably makes some more sense. So we're going to Cryo Shatter their Germinating Worm, and then we'll play our Command Bridge. We'll tap down our Swamp, and then we'll draw a card. Alright, Monoist is not bad. Sea Chip Impact is really good, so we kind of have to block here. Yeah, let's do that. Does not feel fantastic. We're maybe playing a little bit too cheeky as it currently stands. I think I'm going to Tractor Beam the Germinating Worm. We're going to draw a card because we do control it with the Tractor Beam, which is nice. We do lose some life here, and then I think we'll just play a Graph Pack Monoist. Probably makes the most sense. Our opponent has got 3 cards in hand, about to be 4. We're a little bit low on our life total, which doesn't feel great. Yeah, Mouth of the Storm is pretty solid. That's uncomfortable. I don't super know how to deal with that. I guess if we go Monoist Circuit Feeder. And we boost our Monoist. And I don't want to pay the ward. I don't care about that. And we'll have to go Ilvoy Light Jammer and try and... or double block or something. It doesn't feel great. I think either way we do want to draw a card here. We'll go down to 4. Ilvoy Operative is okay. And then we are not attacking. We will end our turn there. So we're going to try to maybe double block their Mouth of the Storm. Maybe play an Ilvoy Light Jammer if they try and kill something here. They are not going to attack us, which is very interesting. I think we're okay going to our turn. And now we'll just go Starreach Whale. We'll draw some cards, or Surveil. We gotta be a little bit careful. We've got 10 cards left in our library. I don't think we're attacking yet. I'm gonna go crazy though and draw another card. Lost in Space is really a solid pull. So now I think we just go... I think we just pass. And then we've still got the Ilvoy Light Jammer, so we can try and block this. We can eventually Lost in Space their Mouth of the Storm and try to have a good counterattack. Are they going to attack us? They are not. So I think we are interested in depressurizing their Drix Fademaker. And then we will probably just Lost in Space the Mouth of the Storm on our opponent's turn to slow them down quite a bit. So to do that, we need 6 mana because of the Surveil. We've got 10 right now, so we can spend 4. So I think I'm going to go Ilvoy Operative, Hole Carver, we are going to draw a card. We are down to 2, so like let's not kill ourselves. And then we are going to just hold up. And we're going to try and put the Mouth of the Storm on the top or bottom of their library. We've also got 7 cards left in our hand. Cut Propulsion is interesting. So I think we Ilvoy Lightjammer that. Oh, but that leaves us with 5 mana. I still think we probably do it. We could also just counter it. Which one should we do? I actually like having the equipment on it. So I'm going to go with the Ilvoy Lightjammer first here. And we've still got decent blocks, so we'll probably just put the Lost in Space on the Mouth of the Storm on our turn. Dawnsire is insanely interesting. I don't know how good it actually is. So let's resolve that. Oh, this is tricky. Oh, no, it's not. They're still not going to attack us. This is totally fine. So let's go Cerebral Download. I think. We're going to be so close to decking ourselves. We don't want any lands. I think we'll take... Do we even want a Singularity Rupture? Let's just not deck ourselves. We're down to 2 cards. So we need to be very careful of that. We're down to one real card. So I'm going to go Lost in Space on the Mouth of the Storm. We are going to pay to 2. Thrumming Hive Pool. Why, hello there. Last card in the deck. I do think we now just attack everywhere. And then we'll play our Ulthros Psionicist and attempt to not die, not deck ourselves. They have the Mouth of the Storm again. Let's counter it and get a lander. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And we get there again. This game was crazy. Getting all the way down to the last card in our deck is pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, wait. Wait. Did we just die?
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
I didn't think about this. Oh my gosh. I forgot about the -2, -0 to everything. Wait. Oh my gosh, we just lost. Oh my gosh, I did not think through this. Wait, Thrumming Hive Pool being a second late there is so bad. Oh my goodness, I did not think through this. We still just attack everywhere, but we're so dead. We're so incredibly dead. Oh my gosh. We got our opponent down to 1. Oh my goodness, I'm devastated. I am devastated. Yeah, even still, we just lose. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And that is how we go down. Oh my gosh. This is devastating. I thought we had it, but we did it, and we are now 1-1. Okay, our opponent goes first here. I do think this is a fine opening hand. We've got a Hole Carver into a Graph Pack Monoist. If we draw a island, it's not bad, so I think we're going to keep this. Nutrient block is totally fine. We draw an island early, which is fantastic. So now we can play the Starbreach Whale on 2, which is pretty great. And then we can play our Graph Pack Monoist. I think our opponent is just going to gain some life and draw a card. Maybe looking for their second color here. Maybe they're also searching for an island, and I am going to play the Starbreach Whale here to get our surveil on. More than happy with a Code Cracker Hound at the top there. I do think I'm probably going to play the Monoist first before the Code Cracker Hound, just to get some sort of pressure on the board. Our opponent might be a mono black deck. I am just going to attack with the 1/1. And then we're just going to play the Grav Pack Monos, especially if they have like a Depressurize or something here. Being able to still have a 2/2 is not bad. Oh my goodness, I just read it like a book.
Nice.
Sure, so we still have a 1/1 and a 2/2 on the battlefield, which is totally fine. I do think we probably just attack here. And then because our opponent is struggling, I'm going to go ahead and just play a Code Cracker Hound. I think putting a 2/1 on the board is fine. And getting a Perigee Beckoner is really strong here as well. So we can attack pretty freely next turn with this board. They are stuck on lands. Hopefully this is just a quick one. I think we're just going to play this out. Putting the +2/+0 on the Code Cracker Hound so that if they had killed it, it would have come back. We would have gotten to do the thing again. But Cryo Shatter and Lost in Space in hand is really strong. Another Nutrient block is a good sign for us. Synthesizer Lab Ship is totally fine. So we're just going to attack here. Hit our opponent for a bunch, and then I'm going to play the Ilvoy Operative into the Virus Beetle. That way we can try and Lost in Space, whatever they play, and we get there. Again, we are now 2-1 on the day. Opponent goes first here. I think we're keeping this. We can go with the Umbral's Collar Zealot on 2, even a Hole Carver on 1. So a decent little carve out here. Hopefully we can just draw some lands. No lands yet, but that's okay. We've still got an Umbral Collar Zealot. Do we want to? Well, we'll say we have the Starbreach Whale, so we can go and get some lands from the top of our deck, so I don't mind it all that much. Therming Hive Pool is interesting. I think I'm interested just to see what's on top of our deck. So we're going to attack everywhere. If they want to trade, I'm fine with that. And then we're going to just play out a Starbreach Whale and hopefully get some lands here. Tractor Beam is good, but we need the lands at this moment. So we'll play a Swamp next turn. And our hand is a little bit slow. We're a little bit capped here. We'll probably play a Cryo Shatter on their Kov Landseeker. Just to do something. I don't think warping in a Perigee Beckoner is all that strong. So we're just going to try and take out their Kov Landseeker here. We will continue to attack for 1. Yeah, so we get to kill their thing, which is nice. And then we will just pass our turn. And we're just hoping to draw a land next turn so we can play a Stealthcraft Mechan. Maybe sacrificing our Hole Carver to try and draw a card and get another land. Galactic Wayfarer is solid. Hopefully our Hole Carver can just stay alive for a second. Ilvoy Lightjammer is not solid. That is bad. That is bad. So we are going to pass. Oh boy. This might be tough. I think I'm going to play the Ilvoy Lightjammer just to keep our thing alive. If they have another interactive spell, so be it. All right, we hold him up for a second, which is good. Need a land here. 1 land, 1 time. Perfect. So, I do think now we go Selfcraft Mechan. I'm going to sacrifice the Ilvoy Lightjammer because it's not doing much for us on this board, weirdly enough. And I think keeping the Hole Carver alive is a really solid blocker for the Galactic Wayfarer if they kill our Selfcraft Mechan. Cerebral Download is really close to being good. So we're going to hold on for a second. Really close. If we can draw a land, that is money. Because once we unlock this hand, it's going to be really strong. We can play the Therming Hive Pool into a Singularity Rupture. Pinnacle Killship is strong. We still can just block with our Hole Carver though. So I assume they're gonna station. Yep. Yep, perfect. So I'm gonna go Cerebral Download. We're gonna draw some cards. We want that island. We are not gonna be attacking. And then our goal is they're gonna get the Pinnacle Kill Ship online. And while they're doing that, we're gonna get our Thrumming Hive Pool online. And then we are going to destroy all creatures. That is our goal here. And then our Slivers can take over. Oh, they could have stationed and attacked us and they didn't. Oh my goodness, that is glorious. Do we go Singularity Rupture here? No, because that's not a creature. So I'm just gonna go Thrumming Hive Pool and get that online. I'm glad that got online because that is pretty pivotal to our strategy here. And then I assume they're just going to attack us with the Pinnacle Kill Ship, and then we can go Singularity Rupture, and hopefully our Thrumming Hive Pool can just sort of take over this game. Drix Fate Maker is good. We kind of want them to overextend. If they played another creature here, that would be insane. I do think we're fine blocking. We go down to 10, which is a little uncomfortable. Play another creature. Larval Scoutlander is not another creature. And it's something that they can station, which is kind of annoying, but we do have to depressurize for it, so it's fine. All right, we make our Slivers. I'm going to attack with said Slivers and get our opponent down to 14. And then we are just going to Singularity Rupture and have our do we care about our opponent milling cards? No, we don't. They can mill some cards. And then I guess we go play Swamp 2. I'm hopeful that our Thrumming Hive Pool can take over. We also got the Starbreach Whale still. We've still got to depressurize and a Lost in Space. So I'd rather have our spot than our opponent's spot here. Use Social Engineering is a fun one. Drix Fate Maker is not bad. They are going to station their Larval Scoutlander here, which is good. I think we're supposed to depressurize their Larval Scoutlander. And then we can go Gigastorm Titan into Ulthros Psionicist. That feels really strong. What's nice too is if they overextend next turn, we can put the Perigee Beckoners +2/+0 on one of our Slivers, and we get there again. We are now 3-1, starting to rip through this run. All right, jumping into this next one, it's okay. I'm gonna keep this. We're a little bit stuck, but we have both of our colors. We've got a Starbreach Whale. I think it can be okay. We'll have to play a Swamp first into a tapped Command Bridge, which is not ideal. I was hoping we could draw at least one island here. A Swamp isn't so bad. We are just gonna play the Command Bridge and tap down our Swamp here. Our opponent's also got a Blink Moth Nexus. It can become a 1/1 artifact with flying. Okay. Into the All Fate Scroll. So our opponent is setting up as well across the table from us. Do we go with the Ulthros Psionicist, or do we play a Starbreach Whale and go get some lands? I think I'm going to go with a Psionicist just to potentially make our Starbreach Whale cheaper to cast next turn. We could play something like a Tragic Trajectory into a Starbreach Whale, which would be good if we drew an untapped land. I guess now that wouldn't be all that fantastic. Sea Trip Agrarian is really solid. And they are going to be stationing as well, which is good. I think we probably go Warp in the Starbreach Whale and we Tragic Trajectory their Sea Trip Agrarian. I do think that card is pretty good. Do we want an island and a Tractor Beam? I think so. I do think so. And then we're just going to take out their Sea Trip Agrarian. And we will attack for 2. Feels good. Feels decent. Eventually, we will cast our Starbreach Whale again. Looks like our opponent is cracking the lander on their turn, which is interesting. They are, I think they're going with the all the colors approach, which is a weird inclusion to include the Blink Moth Nexus. Fungal Colossus is good. Maybe that's the whole dream, is just a bunch of Fungal Colossuses. So, new goal for us is going to be to try to get to the Singulatory Rupture. Ugh. This makes me wish we had not included our Tractor Beam. So I do think we're not attacking, and then we're supposed to just put a Fungal Colossus on top of our opponent's library here. So I am going to do that. We're going to put a Fungal Colossus on the top or bottom of their library. What's unfortunate is they can just draw it again. Do we want the Tractor Beam now? I guess maybe we should try and go get a land. Yeah, let's try and go get a land. The Tractor Beam isn't bad, though. No, let's try and go get a land. I'm forgetting to Surveil as part of that too. That card definitely got an upgrade in this set. I think we're okay taking 5. It's not ideal, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. Okay, we do draw a land, which is good. So we could go... Let's go Virus Beetle into Cerebral Download. And we'll let our opponent sort of set up next turn. They're probably going to crack their All Fate Scroll and discard something here. But I think the goal is that we... Gosh, they just use so many cards. 7 cards is crazy. The goal is that they have like a bonkers turn next turn, and then we are able to do a Singulatory Rupture. I'm not going to be attacking at the moment. Bombard is solid. We are not blocking. We will take 7. Doesn't feel great. Another Fungal Colossus. Into an Edge Rover. Into a Beamsaw Prospector. I think it's time. I think it is appropriately time for us to do the thing. I don't see why we wouldn't. Well, you know what I should do first? We are attacking for 1. We are going to smack them for 1, and then we will Singulatory Rupture. I'm going to have them mill some cards. They will get to make a couple landers. We also get to make a lander, though, which is cool. They've also got 9 cards in their library, which is worth mentioning. They just have all the things. All the colors, all the cards. Splashing for a Sunstar Chaplain is wild. And then depending on what they do here, we might try and set up with a Thrumming Hive Pool. We might not have time for that. So we might have to go like Hull Carver into Starbreach Whale, something of that sort. I guess we could go Hull Carver into Thrumming Hive Pool and try to just hold on for a second. They're going to attack us with their Blink Moth Nexus, which is cool. Okay, so now I do think we want to just set up. So we'll go Thrumming Hive Pool. I'm a little afraid they're going to counter this. And then we'll just play a Hull Carver. And then next turn we'll try and get our Starbreach Whale out there. So they're going to go get more lands. They're down to 7 cards in their library. They're going to make it 6. What a weird game. Use Social Engineering is interesting. So just make a 2/2, which is not bad. They're going to continue to attack us with the Blink Moth Nexus. I think the goal is that our Starbreach Whale can start blocking that, and that our Slivers will start to take over here a little bit. Are they going to sacrifice their 2/2? They're not. So we make a couple of 1/1s, which is way cool. So I'm going to start by attacking with those 1/1s. I think they probably have a removal effect in hand if I had to guess. So our Starbreach Whale is not going to stay for long here. Self-Cracked Mechan is solid. I do think we want that. And then we'll just play our Umbral Collar Zealot. And then we'll end our turn there. Cut Propulsion is solid. Yeah, I thought they had something like that. We'll sacrifice the Starbreach Whale to surveil 1. Do we still want the self-craft mech-in? Probably. They still got us on a long clock as it currently stands. So I think we're fine as is. It's still going to be a 6-turn clock. Maybe sooner here. They've got 2 cards left in their library, so they need to kill us in 2 turns. We'll see if they can do it. Miminon is a good start. So they can have that and the Blink Moth Nexus. Another All Fate Scroll is totally fine. They will deck themselves. But now we are on a 2-turn clock. Oh, they're not going to turn their Blink Moth Nexus into a thing. Okay, so I think we just go to our turn. I am going to attack with all of our Slivers. So I'm going to sacrifice our lander. I'm going to put a 1/1 counter on one of the Slivers. Oh, man.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
That's tough. Let's get our Surveil on until we get something good, though. So that'll be cool at least. We don't want that. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Requiem Monolith we can't take right now. We're just going to keep digging until we get an answer for their Miminon. We have a lot of good answers in our deck. We're going to keep digging towards one. Hopefully we can find one. See how this goes. Code Cracker Hound is really close to being good. Do we keep that? No. How many cards do we have left in our library? 15? We have so many removal effects. Surely we can dig to 1. Come on. Give me a removal effect. What's nice too is that we can be able to, we would be able to draw with a self-craft mech in here. And I think this is it. I think we have to just hope this is a removal effect and we dug the proper amount. It's another creature artifact. I'm going to sacrifice the lander to draw a card. So we're going to stop there. We will take 2. Yeah, this is going to be dicey. We are going to sacrifice our lander, and we will draw a card. Can I please get a removal effect? Monoist Circuit Feeder is so close, but is not it. Oh, man. Not like this deck. They've got 1 card in their library. We're down to 2. We're down to 1. Oh no, we're dead. No, we're dead. Into Halia. What did I just lose to? With 1 card in their library. Oh, if we could have drawn a removal spell, we were totally fine. But we don't, and we go down again, unfortunately. That one's annoying. That deck was so ridiculous across the table from us, and it just worked out. But sometimes that's how it goes, and we are now 3-2 on the day. Okay, we go first in this one. We cannot get a normal opening hand. I'm gonna mulligan this. If we don't draw... It's gonna be like that, isn't it? It's gonna be one of those days. I think we probably keep the Singulatory Rupture. I'm gonna put back... It's either a Cryo Shatter or an Othro Psionicist. I'm gonna put back the Psionicist. I hope that's the right call. Because we can still play a Graph Pack Monoist on 3 here, which is not horrible. But if we draw all blue cards and no islands, I'm going to be super sad. That would be a big bummer. Terra Pact Intimidator, I think I'm okay with them having the landers. I'm sorry, having the counters. It's going to be one of those days. If we don't draw any lands, I'm going to be upset. But drawing an island seems reasonable. We will just take 4 here, which is not ideal. Not fantastic. Kavarian Turbo Drone is totally fine, and we draw nothing good. Nothing good. I don't even think we want to warp this in. because it's going to help us cast a Giga Storm Titan eventually, hopefully. So we are just going to attack for 2, and we will take 6. Oh, I'm upset. I am sad. If we draw an island next turn, we still have a chance. Yep, Landseeker's good. So we'll take 9 here instead. Sure thing. Very well. And we draw another swamp, which is bad. Yeah, we just lose. That is not how I wanted this run to end. That is not, I really think this deck was good. I think I played a little poorly in that first game, or second game, whatever it was, where I decked myself. That was on me, but the other ones have just been, some weird unfortunate stuff has gone down, and this is where our journey ends here today. So here is the deck that goes down today. It was better than it played. We got a little bit mana screwed, but you know, that's gonna happen. That's Magic for you, and based on my performance, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway of a Magic the Gathering Edge of Eternities pack to one of you. Obviously, to claim this is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below on how you think I did. I think I did okay. I definitely shouldn't have decked myself, but we had a lot of fun playing today. Thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time.